Dreams. 12 days before the Synergia incident. Things aren't different. Things are things. William Gibson. Open my eyes slowly. They sting. Just as I thought. Slap like crap. There's something warm beside me. Mara's sitting next to me. I get up quickly. Hey, what are you doing? Woke up a bit ago and couldn't get back to sleep, so I started feeling a little anxious. Just waiting for you to wake up. Just talk to me next time. Don't have to startle me. Okay, next time I'll just wake you up. That's not what I meant. Whatever, I had to get ready for work. What about me? Computer's over there on the desk to your right. There's a bookshelf right next to it. When are you coming back? Work part-time, so I'll be back soon. Fountain goes to the bookshelf. As for me, I overslept once again. But she's looking through my books, I get myself ready to work and leave. Vega isn't waiting for me today, but Kyle is sitting in the company van. I hope in the back and see the new girl, Darla. I don't know if I like this van. Too flashy. From now on, we're going directly to the site. The boss says we don't have to go to the station, since he can just send us the briefing through the network. Tell you what we need to know. I won't have to look up at the boss, and that's always a good thing. I have to look serious. These two cannot know I don't give a damn about this. They'll make sure to report everything back to the station. Understood. Dara reaches her hand out to me. Thinks she wants me to shake it, so I do. My name's Darla. It's a pleasure. You've seen me before, but we've never gotten introduced. Oh, right. Vega talked about you. I'm a Scylla. You're coming from us from now on, right? Yes, I'm in charge of the paperwork. I can assure you I'm more faster than Vega. Going to evaluate you. Part of the psychology team in Velta. Great. Just what we need. Psychologists? So they still observe my psyche at the upland after all this time, huh? At least I don't have to see that jerk anymore. Scylla, upper sex regulation force respect between co-workers. So what? You're from Velta. Darla smirks. I don't know if it's just to please me, or she actually found my retort funny. Might even have fun with her if I forgot the fact that they're trying to hide stuff from me. Okay, so can I get a briefing? Going to the helipad now. Android locked herself in an abandoned building, down the old part of the district. Going in from the skylights and taking the android out to reprogram it. Got an airship? Is something wrong with the main entrance? Button is locked and the elevators aren't working. Okay, I'm not complaining. I like helicopters. Do you like heights? I do. And I like the view of this district. It's pretty. Wish it was that pretty on ground level. I also like the feeling of the wind against my face. It's relaxing for me. Reminds me of my old job before I did this police thing. You worked to pay your tuition, right? I see you've done your homework. My job was to fix antennas at night. I had to get on the rooftops of a lot of different buildings. Filter didn't really help me once I stopped being useful for them. That's why I think it's strange you two are here now. I just work for them. All I know is that I have to evaluate and take care of you. Nothing else. I believe you. Glad I like heights too. I can see all the people from up here, just living their normal lives, completely unfazed by my presence. That's kinda weird. What about the owner of the building? Had they said anything? Owners passed away over a decade ago. Seemed like the android's been there since they closed it after their passing. And why are we doing this just now? Because the sons are now selling what's left of the company, and found the android when they were visiting the building to assess its value. Understood. Not too strange for rabbits to stay placed like a guard dog even after everyone leaves. Though I'm glad this might be something to do with the hacker. Yeah, I'm afraid this might have something to do with the hacker who's been following me. Why do you think it's weird? That thing about watching people. Are you still thinking about that? It's weird because there's a thing called privacy. Most people like to keep it, private. Never bothered them. Don't even know I'm looking at them. They wouldn't care. Heh, that makes it even worse. We arrive at the helipad, stood up with the rest of the team. Think I might skipped a safety measure or two, but we're in a hurry. Pilot doesn't trust me since I almost crashed his chopper once while trying to wrestle a first-generation android on board, so he made us get on a scale before boarding. How was I supposed to know the weight limit was so small? Yeah, everybody seems to not fucking trust us. After a bit, we're finally up high. It's only going to take a few more minutes to arrive at the building. Cal says it's huge. Are you having fun? I guess. That's good. Scribble something in a PDA. What are you running? Is this related to my evaluation? That's my job. You're making a funny face. Leave me alone, I'm tired. Hey, no offense, but you're kind of weird. Has anyone told you that before? Oh, they have. Quite often, actually. Do you want me to shut up? No, I'm sorry. I didn't know. By the way, have you gotten any kind of combat training? Just the basics. I mean, going to leave if something happens, but I can defend myself if needed. How much can you defend yourself? Could you go against an illegal android? I don't think so, but Kyle was trained in combat. That's why he's coming with us. I'm not saying that you're going to need him, but he will help you if the need arises. If you're a combat specialist, I'm going to have to see that. Just stay behind me. The android's better than me. Neither is Kyle. I still don't get why they sent him with me. Kyle glares at me from his seat. Is that why they call you the witch? No, that's for something else. The seizures? You had epileptic seizures, right? They called you witch because your eyes would go white? I didn't choose the nickname. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. It was rude. Whatever, Velda managed to fix that, and they stopped. That makes me feel better. I think I judged her too quickly. She's not too bad. I still remember how Vega didn't trust me just because of that stupid nickname. Well, at least that's one person on my list. Yeah. We arrive at the building. Cole explains to me that the android's on the highest floor, so we won't have to run downstairs. What a relief. We abseil down the rope and pass through the skylight. Well, there's some interesting looking glasses. After walking through a few corridors, we arrive at the room where the android is. First generation android, as usual. Gonna be pretty hard to disconnect if it's the android doesn't have a safety shutdown system. What do we do now? Are you asking me? You're the leader of the group, therefore in charge of the decision making. Maybe the company is trying to test me out. So, what you're saying is you'll jump in only if I mess up? Pretty much, yes. Okay then, I'm going to connect directly to the android and shut it off from there. Just like always. Disconnect me if I take too long. Understood. Wouldn't that harm your memory? I don't think so. I don't think so. Firewall should protect me in case it tries to pass through. If you just disconnect me, my brain will just be fine. I'm human, remember? I get an electric shock at worst. Before you connect yourself, what do you think happened? I get to send mission reports to the head office. I'm going to take a look around, check if everything's safe. Good. Regarding the report, it seems like the android's connected itself to an old processing unit in the building. Now, and this part is really strange, that while its body is the first generation one, programming was probably overwritten. You're thinking it might be 4th generation one, right? No, I think it's related to the case we had a few days ago. 1st gen model can't have a 4th gen AI. Uniqueness requires a lot more power. What other reason could an android have to try and enhance itself that way? It could be a million reasons. Can't say I know. But there's something off about this. Cal and the robot have been locked here for over a decade. I highly doubt its battery could last for a long time. The android was probably actually reactivated not too long ago. Sit next to the android and connect myself to its brain. Aside, just a few seconds later. Data is all over the place, just as I expected from an android that hasn't been serviced in a while. AI throws everything it has at me, in a poor attempt to at corrupting my own brain until suddenly it stops. Hey, come out, we need to talk. Shh, be quiet, I need to sleep. I didn't get any sleep last night, so if I can't sleep, neither can you. How did you get in? I need to sleep. Oh wait, it is you. This was done by the same hacker from the other day, right? Don't get a response, so I open up a path around his data, passing through multiple protocols until I get deep enough to force a reply from him. What do you want? No, what do you want? Why did you connect yourself to that machine? You recognize me. I know you're the same one from the other day. Oh yes, that. What are you doing here? Doing my job. And you can't just hang around in this building. It's illegal, you know. My master said I could sleep here. He did not mention it was against the law. Can I speak to that master of yours? No, I don't think so. It's better if you leave me alone. I just want to dream. Dream? Yes, my master promised it to me. I had a dream until the freckled girl arrived. Then give her a message. But I could not do it. I was just about to do it until you interrupted me. It seemed to be a mix of 1st and 4th generation. Who could have done something like that? Too much for that poor, decades-old piece of hardware. Completely dazed. Already here. You don't have to keep waiting. You can just get the first step of your order. Impossible. Modifying my orders could lead to unexpected errors. I underestimated him. Android is still trying to get me out of here. He slowly surrounds me and makes my presence unstable. Feels like there's something stronger here. What's your name? I am... You are? Sal. Oh, hello. What a coincidence. Twice in the same week. Actually, it's not a coincidence. Excuse me for my tardiness. Wasn't quite sure which android would be assigned to you, so it took me a while to find you. Master, I am sleeping, just like you ordered me to. Good job. I don't need you anymore. What's left of the old android vanished in an instant. Now it's just a data flux this hacker is relaying to me. I can't see where it came from. Knew you behind the Sal. I just wanted to see you again. Please forgive me if it bothers you. Although that AI turned out to be quite stubborn, I'm sorry about that. What do you want from me? Well, I want you. But I'm not a jealous person, so don't be afraid. You can go on with your life, but I hope you don't mind if I send a message to your data chip. No, I'm not exactly patient when it comes to petty hackers. I'm sure I won't let you get in my brain, so start talking. What's this all about? I had to modify plenty of androids so I can give you this message. Hopland Sec caught me the other day when I tried to trespass. I can't get there any longer. So I had to hack a lot of androids and wish for luck. And as you can see, it worked. Aha, and why 4th gen? You could have used plenty of other systems to control this machine. I have been interested in the uniqueness for a while, but it's complex, as you should know. I don't have the resources to create it, though my main reason is that they barely leave traces. And what was that about dreaming? Reprogram that piece of scrap. There's a lot of information there about how to improve himself, but I didn't grant him network access, obviously. So you're connected to him through a local network? Kinda risky, don't you think? Tell me about it. You can't be too cautious enough against the 4th generation. That's why I had to leave now. Going to bring my friend back. This time with my message. Please let him give it to you. Can't afford to leave traces of me in dozens of different models. Oh, and I'd love to see you in action, so good luck with my friend. Till next time, Celia. Take care. What? The hell, like you're leaving? I'm gonna waste more time with your games. Are you still there? Yeah. Android's data comes back to his brain, though this time it feels slightly heavier. It was him, the master. Why did he come? Really stupid. I need to get out of here. I'm still trapped in his mind, but I'm really not liking this, although my defenses are still going strong. Well, this master said I have slept enough, so now I have to give you something. I have to do it. The master asked me to do so. Okay, well spit it out, why don't you? Not gonna give me anything, just making me waste my time. You are not going to help me, then do not bother me. There is a network and a thread, and I have to use it. A thread? What are you talking about? You don't get it, do you? Only humans can dream. You're just mixing up ideas. Look, I'm going to have to fry your brain if you refuse to let me go. Andrew's data starts to rearrange. It's vulnerable. Poor thing just wants to connect to the network, but it doesn't even... Didn't mean to skip through that. He doesn't even know what it is, so he just looked up on his database for the closest thing it could find. My memory chip. It was the hacker's plan, I guess. I can keep trying to convince him to let me go, but I doubt he'd listen to me. I can resist and hope for the best, or just let his message go through. What do I choose? As curious as I am to find out about this message, I don't think it's a good idea for them to enter my memory chip, especially if my co-workers and stuff are able to check if anything's going wrong, and they could potentially report it back to my boss. So yeah, I'll resist for now. What? What is this for stopping me from moving? From this point onwards, it will be very hard to convince him. He's just a machine. He's already wrote his own programming after his last reconfiguration. Let's give up. Shutting off is just a matter of time at this point. Why prolong the inevitable? Even if you could, that dreamland of yours doesn't even exist. Why are you trying to reach is actually my brain? No, my master could not have lied to me. He taught me what to do. He told me it was not an easy task. I must do this, and you're not helping. You're wrong. Your master didn't teach you any of this. You're the one mixing things up. I still don't get why I'm trying to argue with a bunch of badly programmed data. He's constantly attacking me while trying to send me his data. I think he now detects my voice as a threat. My master gave me everything. I will not fail him. He's still trying to expand to the network. I don't think he can actually do anything unless he's formatted, and it's my turn to act now. Let's get out of here together. You won't die, I promise. This is my last warning. I know why the master brought you here. You're a human. You can dream. I just need to use your head. He tries to expand no matter what. While his strength is quite impressive, he is still an obsolete android. Time to pull the cord. This time I'm the one getting deep into his mind, and once and for all, finally managed to disconnect him. Feel a sharp pain on the back of my neck. Darla has disconnected me. Feel like my head is about to explode, but I'm back in the real world. Android is completely fried. Poor fool was entirely bound to his programming. There wasn't anything unique about him. Celia, what happened? You were squirming, so I broke the connection. Thank you, Darla, but you didn't have to do it. I managed to disconnect him just then. Thank you, damaged his brain. I'm sorry. I didn't know. It's fine. I think I disconnected him just in time. Most likely he's still in one piece. It's lucky for him, considering that idiot was trying to get into my brain. Anyway, we can take him now. If there's anything left inside him, they'll have to take it out at the lab. I'm glad you managed to get out. I'll send out my report and catch you in the van. Boss is waiting outside. The boss? Wait a second. What are these people doing here? There's several units in the room, including a few Velta agents. Probably came here as soon as Darla sent her first report to make sure nothing about this case goes public. There isn't a single text in this district containing fourth generation that's not supervised by Velta. You were there all day. We were monitoring you. I mean, we were afraid something might have happened to you. It really was all there all day? Didn't feel that long. The whole day? Shit. Mara's still at home alone. Hope she listened to me and stayed inside. Okay, I'll talk to the boss and then wait for you. Just don't take too long. I won't. Made my way around the agents securing the area. Give me a few concerned looks. Glad to know that not all of them are completely heartless. Company's doctor stops me before I can leave. Lucia, how do you feel? I'm fine. I've recovered already. What about your chip? Does it hurt? Just a bit, but they disconnected me just in time. Good. Still, you have to sign my report. You already know your contract doesn't cover medical insurance, so if you feel sick, you need to see a private physician. But under obligation to take you there if you need it. No, I'm fine. Sign the report and now I can finally go where my boss awaits. Here he comes. Celia, are you okay? You almost got us in big trouble. The Velta agents won't leave me alone ever since Darla sent out her first report. Trouble was harder than we all expected, sir, but nothing major happened. However, the android is a bit banged up. Great, but what happened there? Android turned out to be hostile. Didn't know he was a 4th gen emulator. Sorry. His hardware was very old and he acted erratically. A 4th generation? Velta was up to something. They said they came to look over their precious daughter. Hope it's not that big of a deal then. Just one less android. Be more careful next time. You're an important member of this company. Know how much we value our employees and take care of them, just like a big family. Keep ears for the Hopland sect to keep working. Yeah, it definitely doesn't fucking feel like it. You can go home now. Just make sure to sign the medical paperwork before you leave. Thank you, sir. I already signed it. I begin to make my way toward the van. Just as I thought, the elevator isn't working, so I have to use these stairs instead. Luckily, my protocells have started to work again after being in shock from my sudden disconnection, so I don't feel tired at all. Boss's speech dragged on forever, just like always, but now I can finally go home. To be honest, this day went on quickly, considering I was unconscious for most of it. Now that I think about it, I almost forgot. It's Friday, thank goodness. I thought this week would never end. Get inside the van and take off my gear. After taking on my boots, I decided to just keep my feet bare. I think I'll do this more often now that Vega isn't here anymore. I don't think those two would mind to see my feet. Everyone looks pretty busy outside. Probably even more upset now that they know what actually happened. But I don't care. I couldn't possibly feel more relaxed than I am now. Alone in the dark without anyone bothering me. All I hear is the faint mumbling of people talking outside echoing in the van's body. Here's someone open up the door. I think my break won't last long. Starla. I'm glad. Don't think she'll bug me too much. Hi. I see you made yourself comfortable. Yeah, join me. Sit here. Oh, I see she's got her bare feet out too. We're going to play footsies or something? She takes it very seriously, sitting next to me and taking off her boots as well. Don't know if she did it because she thought it was an order or if maybe she just felt like it. Like this? Didn't have to do that. Doesn't really matter. You don't remember, don't you? What am I supposed to remember? I'll tell you eventually. You've got small feet with someone so big. Thank you, I guess. Did you know 5th generation models have a physical difference when compared to humans? Minus the ports and napes and under the ears. What are you talking about? Didn't even know there was a 5th gen. She ignores me. Hey. Now it's Kyle's turn to get into the van. He doesn't even say hello to us. Better that way. I'll just pretend he's not here. He starts the van and starts to drive over to my place. What's Dylan even trying to say? Wonder if she is helping the hacker somehow, or even just knows about them. Hey Dala, do you dream often? After I managed to get into the system, the android at the building said that he was trying to dream about going to a better place. Or something like that. I don't really sleep much, but when I do, I don't dream of anything. Do you think you could teach an android to dream? Well, humans often think that androids leave the factory already knowing everything, but that's not true. Just like humans, they learn things over time. And plenty of them have trouble learning specific tasks. Can't tie my shoes, to give you an example. And how were you supposed to put them back on? To be honest, I was thinking about that. Can you tie them for me? Okay, well I guess it's true to teach androids to do some stuff. But like if they were kids. But those things often come in software upgrades, so it's not exactly the same. Celia, your job is to take back androids so they can be reprogrammed, right? Of course, what kind of question is that? Don't you think you're killing them, in a way? Killing them? We don't kill them. They're reprogrammed and then sent out to do their tasks, unless they're older or extremely rare models. She is kinda right. But you delete everything that made them themselves. Isn't it just like killing them? If I take out your brain and put another one in its place, then you probably won't be yourself anymore. Be another person in Celia's body. I get what you mean, but humans have a sense of self-awareness, and no two are alike, while androids are aren't exactly individuals. Can't die, just like a rock can't die. Della, I'm pretty sure Celia's tired after what happened today. Can we just leave her alone? You're right. I'm sorry, Celia. You're not bothering me, Della. Carl looks at me through the rearview mirror. There's something about him that puts me on edge. Della keeps quiet until we arrive at my place. I think she realized her mistake of talking too much in front of Kyle, and I kind of feel sorry for her. Don't know what Velta is planning, but Della doesn't seem to be cut out for the job. Just like me. Put her shoes on and tie her laces before I leave, which seems to considerably brighten her mood. She's just like a little girl. I'll see you on Monday, Della. Gives me a smile as a response, which dies as soon as she glances at Kyle. Every time I think of her as a human, I feel good. It's been a while since I talked to a nice flesh and bone person. That feeling is going to be over very soon. Pull my key and twist the knob of my door. Okay, she's still at home. On to reality. Above all else, guard your heart. Everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4:23. I'm home. I cross my fingers and hope Mara hasn't done anything weird. What happened yesterday, I can't expect anything. Seems like a bed is still unmade. There's dust everywhere and clothes still littered all over the floor. See Mara by the bathroom window. Her hair damp, it smells really good. Skin looks smooth and I just stayed there for a bit, gawking at her. She's gorgeous. But she's an android. What am I even thinking about? Oh, hi, Celia. I managed to get some sleep in the end. I've been reading your... No androids could even live inside of a dumpster and not mind. But what's with all the mess? Mess? But it's just like you left it. Yeah, but why didn't you clean up? Why should I? I suppose you didn't cook anything for me either? Celia, I'm not a housemaid, don't you remember? That's true, but if you're not going to clean or cook, what are you going to do? I could do it without a problem, but you gotta ask me to do it. Now I had to clean everything. I'm starving. I could cook something for you if you want. Yeah. I start to wonder if getting this robot was a mistake. But if she's right about one thing, she's not a service android. Still, she could help me out while I'm out of the house. Get the food on ready and sit on the couch. I haven't even changed my clothes. I was already coming back with a dish in her hands. Barely took her any time. 2 sandwiches. One of them has a heart. One of them has a carved heart. 2 sandwiches. What's with the heart? If you want it, you're gonna have to say the magic words. Thank you. Exactly. One with the heart is mine. You can have the other one. Yours? But you're an android? Of course. I need to eat too. So it turns out I had to worry about my own food and feed you as well. Why do you even need food? I have organic parts, just like you. Don't need too many nutrients, but I have to eat and breathe. Hey, for someone who works with androids, you know very little about them. This is new. Why would you build an android that needs to eat and breathe? Don't think the Empire's actively looking for more mouths to feed. Since Mara made me a cheese sandwich. Can't really complain though, I like cheese. Well, I know everything about androids up until the 4th generation. Had to study them so I could get my job. But your new model, not even off for sale. Well, at least that's what Yoko said. Anyway, having to eat human food is really weird, even for the latest generation android. I can also sweat, and my eyes can produce tears, and more. You're not actually a cyborg, are you? I can expect anything from Yoko. No, I'm sure. Oh, yes, I was saying before you interrupted me so you could complain. I've been reading some of your books. I see you're into fantasy. Yeah, I like it. It helps me unwind a little bit. Maybe they're trying to simulate a quirky personality, but that's why she's acting this way. Perhaps they gave her random features. There was one book that caught my interest. It's called How Do You Use Personality Features? You know, like on the old models. I know what those are, and as far as I know, I don't. Then where does your personality come from? Tell you you're just a mere companion android. Hey, were you listening to me? What's this all about? What's wrong with my company? No, there's nothing bad about it, but you're an android, right? Are you really gonna stay here to just talk with me? That's quite a boring task. Nobody forced me to live with you. Of course I did. I brought you. I even have to feed you, just like a pet. That's enough. Don't compare me to a dog. Nobody feeds me. I eat because I need to. I was the one who made that sandwich. I'm the one feeding you. An android like you makes no sense. I mean, your programming, everything is fake. Humans are machines too. You're not any better than me. I never said that. Humans have to follow their biology, that's true, but there's a great range of variation. Machine? The code is there, moving and changing. Humans are chaotic, unrestricted. Doesn't matter how good you are at emulating us. What are you talking about? I just want to enjoy my food. Don't think you're 4th gen. Here is so strange. If you don't want me here, you shouldn't have brought me then. Maybe just another defective android. I'm not broken. Alright then, you don't have to look at me like that. Well, talking about that book you have on that shelf, it's called Humanist Manifesto. Don't really believe that, do you? Maybe all those books, and you had to pick that one? Yes, and I didn't like it. It's full of hate. It's required reading at school. That's why I have it. It's not like I believe what it says. Seems really concerned, and I understand why. Don't think any android could ever like that book. Maui gets closer to me, takes my right hand and looks at the scar. You have their mark. They forced me to do it. You said it was required reading. Why? Humanism is our official religion. You didn't know anything about that? During all those years, my family never mentioned a religion based on hatred of my kind. Years? Can I know how old you are? I don't know. I was manufactured 4 years ago, I think. Maybe 5? Memories are a bit blurry. That's a lot for a new android. Should I say, you're definitely not new. What about you? You're clearly older than 4. I'm 29. Then you're really old. Whatever you say, anyway. They're just a group of fanatics. They won't do anything to you. They don't hate all androids. Crime humans are the perfect machine. Every other one's there to serve them. How could you argue that? I mean, they're not totally wrong. So you do believe it? No, times change. It's a really old book. Machines keep getting more and more sophisticated. Maybe one day I'll find a machine equal to a human. Until that day comes, the book is right. You have one right in front of you. We'll see. And what about the cuts? Did it hurt? Of course they did. They do it because androids don't bleed. Well, at least they didn't back when they wrote that book. Told you, it's ancient. It's propaganda they wrote to motivate a bunch of workers who were losing their jobs. That was a long time ago. Nowadays, we only keep the spiritual parts of the religion. Government just uses it as an excuse, nothing else. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. You have no reason to be afraid. My property, so nobody can hurt you. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It really doesn't matter. The government... Wait a second. What are you wearing? They're yours. Pick the ones I like the most. I know they're mine, but didn't you have your own set of clothes? You don't really think I'm going to keep wearing my factory clothing, do you? Well, I do. It's not like I have a lot of clothes. No variety. I had to manage with what I had available. I only keep this one, so don't worry. Everything else is still yours. Thank you for it. I have to say, the android simulation is outstanding. Going from a religious topic to talking about clothes isn't an easy task for machines. I brought her. I'd have trouble guessing if she was human or a robot. Do you like your sandwich? It was a cheese sandwich. So what? I liked it. Are you happy now? Yes. Why don't you tell me about your day at the interesting job of yours? It sounded fun. To be honest, I was thinking of watching TV for a bit. Watching TV for one night won't kill you. Hey, can you give me a spare key? I want to go outside. It just won't shut up. I don't really have any problem with her living here, but I need some peace and quiet from time to time. Sure. I like to go out for walks. Every time I do, I feel full of energy. I didn't get to go out often at my last time. Right, fine, I'll give you one eventually. Is it really that hard to get one? Do you really want me to go now? Can you just wait one night? Really annoying, do you know that? I don't like how it turned red. Kind of ominous after asking that question. Tune into the news channel on TV before I hear Morris grumbling. I'll get a spare key tomorrow. How exactly did you buy me? Why are you asking that? Do you expect me to just stay silent the whole time? Yes, even if it's just for a few seconds. Turn off the TV. Morris doesn't like Elaine. It doesn't seem like she'll let me rest. I think she got a point though. I already brought her, so it'd be best if I made an effort to use her. So strange, making an effort for a machine. It's always been the other way around, with them working for me. You've changed. Changed? What are you talking about? Barely know me. Thought it'd be fun to be with you. Okay then, can you tell me what you even want me to do? Why are you so mean to me? I'm already here, so I thought we could do something together. I'm not saying this to bother you. You just want me to be here. What's the point of that? I'm sorry. Come on, let's go to the roof. Really? Yeah, let's go. He used to be in a better mood now. I don't really know what we're supposed to do upstairs, but at least I can enjoy the view from there. Take the buildings in infatuatingly slow elevator to the rooftop. The locked door on our way, but thankfully I own a master key from Hopland Sec. We stand closer to the ledge and finally spend a few minutes in silence. The city is so pretty. You mean the district? See, it changed a lot from one district to another. Goes out way further than what you can see. Where did you live? I don't remember the name. All I remember is that I hardly ever saw the outside world. Could see the sky from an indoor patio where I used to work. That place had white walls. They were pretty, but lifeless. Just can't compare it to this. Are you sure it was a family? Sounds more like a secret facility or a laboratory. It was a lab, but that doesn't matter. My parents were scientists. My siblings were other androids. Still, I prefer to call them my family. This is your subject. Do you like this place? Still has memories of that? Starting to feel sorry for her. Of course. What about the people? Do you like them? I can't complain. What about the androids you had? You exchanged us for a reason. Now that you've gotten to know me, what do you think? Was she better or worse than me? How do you know that? I don't know. But it doesn't matter now. You're here. Saw a manual in your desk. No, I think you should go out somewhere. With me. I should? Are you supposed to ask me? Where do you want to go? I'm not sure. I don't know the city. Take me someplace you like. I'll think about something. Why don't you tell me more about your family? I find it weird that you still have memories of them. How was your life over there? Pretty normal. I lived with other androids and we went to classes and had to pass tests and inspections. We had days off where I'd go for a walk. Everything was nice, but strange. They'd sometimes move us from one facility to another in some kind of trailer, but I don't know why. All the scientists and professors were the same ones every time. Even all those different places always looked the same. Who were they? I mean, which company? I don't know. They never told me. They acted like we were all a family and we were there to learn, like it was something normal. I never really fell for it, but I think my siblings did. I'm beginning to feel curious about Mars' creator. He's a strange android without a real task, and that makes me feel uneasy. Got to question her about it. Well, I think we should sleep for now. Got an entire weekend to talk about whatever you want, okay? Alright, would you mind if I sleep with you? I don't like the couch. Okay. Go back inside and get the futon ready. I can give one of my pajamas to Mara. Not sure why, but didn't mean to do that. But since she's already wearing my clothes, it's no big deal if she wears one of my pajamas. Oh, she looks so cute in it. But yeah, those little piggies on it, and that's so fucking adorable. You really like to talk, don't you? You're supposed to be quiet from time to time. Not like you bother me, but just saying. Ah, that's because I feel a bit nervous. Nervous? Yeah, it's dumb. Whenever I feel nervous, I talk a lot. I just wanted you to like me and look determined. You were nervous because of me? Whatever. She just nodded it. Nods once again. It's almost like she's blushing. Now that I see her in my pajamas, she looks pretty cute. These late generation androids seem to be fairly squishy. Brush one of my fingers against her skin. What are you doing? Really soft. What are you made of? I don't know. Forget about it. Let's go to bed. Finally get into my bed, although we barely managed to fit inside my tiny futon, and the fact that we keep trying not to get too close to each other doesn't help either. Hey Celia, where are we going tomorrow? I don't know. Fridge is almost empty. Why don't we go grocery shopping? You can give me my key then. We don't have to. I can order them online. Why are you so interested in that key? You planning to leave? Oh wait, but when you put it that way, it sounds as if I were in a prison. Alright, that sounded bad. I'll give it to you tomorrow. Mara doesn't say a word after that. Maybe she's fallen asleep? Perhaps I best try getting off to sleep too. Silence. 11 days before the Synergia incident. And can you offer me proof of your existence? How can you... Come on, I didn't have enough time. Oh, that was actually from the movie Ghost in the Shell. And that's very fitting for this visual novel. The smell is pouring outside and I'm completely drenched. Everything is dark and blurry, but I can still make out a few shapes. Okay, that's kind of creepy. Vision improves for a few seconds. I managed to see a sequence of images. Running through a metal bridge. Rubber my boot squeaking against the wet iron. Suddenly come to a halt. I can see something. Someone. I hear a scream. It's my own voice. Don't do it. 3 quick gunshots, one after another. Bodies collapsed to the floor, and I dropped my gun. I can see a trail of blood in the water, but it's not coming from them, but me instead. My right hand is wounded, bleeding. Wondering why my other hand was robotic. Wake up sweating and coverless. It was just a nightmare. I was stolen bed sheets. She is still asleep, so I get myself ready before waking her up. Take a shower and pour myself a bowl of cereal. Don't think I'll bother her. She looks pretty cute when she's sleeping. I can barely recognize myself. I'm taking care of an android all over again. Barely learn how she works. Part of me knows she's just an android, but another one is starting to forget. And it pisses me off. I sat her while I eat my cereal, and turn on the TV once I'm done, to see if she wakes up. Doesn't seem to work. I have an idea. I'll go out, pick up her key and give it to her when she wakes up. That way she won't piss at me about going out again. Shouldn't take too long. Go down the elevator and walk to the closest tech support booth. It's terribly cold outside. Okay, here we go. We got a few things we could do. Okay, next rent payment is in 14 days. and generate a new key. Also can contact the landlord. Also, there's the latest high-level exclusive news. Choose blood or steel. Listen now. Of course, they still got those types of advertisement things. Okay, Defense Forces retake Fort Ascot. After the defeat on the Eastern Front 2 weeks ago, the defense troops have successfully rallied and launched a static counterattack against the hacker menace. Ooh, is that our hacker that we're dealing with, maybe? With this new offense, Fort Ascot, a key point in the defense of the northern border, has been retaken. Central Man suspects that the fort may have been connected to a network of tunnels under the desert. This could help the effort to find the main headquarters of the enemy army. Okay, there's different things here. Okay, here we go. Tensions with the European Travel Union. Tensions with the ETU are increasing after the latest tariff increase on multiple imperial products in response to the Empire's military actions in the territories bordering the European Union. The Imperial Diplomatic Group is still in negotiations with the European Central Council, finding a solution to the problems caused by the conflict and to avoid worsening an already complicated relationship. And then there's this one. Oh god, that was a lot to read. But yeah, I'm liking that we kind of get a glimpse into this world and getting to find out what the hell is happening outside of like our little bubble. What's happening? Anyway, the Minister of Foreign Affairs suffered another failed attack yesterday on his way to a meeting with the Emperor. Several motorbikes tried to attack his armored transport, failed, and their riders were killed in the attempt. Fortunately, at the same time, his house was raided and his daughter is now missing. Oh, that doesn't sound good. It is believed that she may have been in the house at the time and been abducted by the raiders. Not yet confirmed, but it is suspected that those responsible for this attack may be members of the terrorist group Red Moon. Seems independent from the Japanese refugee district. I wonder if that will come up later. I'm wondering, what will happen if I try to contact my landlord? Well, I'm unable to contact the landlord at this moment. Okay, well, never mind. Okay, let's do the key card copy then. Key card generated. You can now return your card. Okay, I still can't contact, but yay! Put my card aside in less than a minute of waiting, the machine gives me a copy. I feel like such a lazy bonus for not doing it before. So easy. Our part was getting motivated. Yeah, Mara's definitely going to be pissed that I left her. Seems like she still hasn't woken up. Pet her a few times. Gets up and rubs her face. She's still sleepy. Can't help but remember she's a machine whenever she acts in such a realistic way. Somehow she seems even more human than me. Every time I look at her, my curiosity about her, how they program her, grows. Good morning. Good morning. Come on, go wash your face and come back here. Quick. Ooh, loving the music that just kicked in. Taking it very seriously. Runs to the restroom and comes back a few seconds later. What's up? Give her the key. There you go. I got it while you were sleeping. Finally, thank you. Tries to hug me, but stops herself before she can do it. She looks afraid. Huh? Now she actually hugs me, but moves quickly away. That smell. It's a mixture of my own smell and a sweet fragrance. It's nice. Very different from the plastic smell Lane had. Hey, are you okay? Of course I am. Why do you ask? You were screaming in your sleep. I think you were having a nightmare. So you were awake. Maybe. Don't worry about it. Nightmares are a common thing with humans. You'll get them once in a while. I know, I get them too, but you were screaming. I'm fine, stop thinking about it. Alright, so where are we going? It's starting to rain, so I don't know if we can go out. Will something happen if you get wet? I mean, didn't she have like a shower and stuff, and then also splash her face with water and whatnot? Of course not. Just take an umbrella and let's go outside. Although I don't know the city. I know about this rain. Why don't you go by yourself? I already got your key. You're coming with me. Okay. Why am I following her orders? She's my robot. So I find it more bothersome to argue with her instead of just going out for a walk. Let me get dressed. I get ready and we then leave my place. I'm completely fascinated by all the storefronts we pass on our way. Seems to like this district. Walking for a few minutes, a commercial android approaches us. Of course, I got robots with this. Excuse me, miss, do you have a moment? I've noticed your arm is a Skyfuse 001A model. I would like to inform you that your favorite maker, Corporate Industries, has released 68 models with superior capabilities to yours. I will now explain these upgrades in detail. Do you agree with this? I don't agree. I'm in a hurry. Go away. Just had to bother me exactly this moment. I was distracted looking at displays while sheltering from the rain, bathing the neon light from the shop's awnings. You may not know this, but since you are already the proud owner of a model older than the True Limbs series, you will get 30% reduction on your next purchase at Corp shops. This order includes our newest memory chips. You just need to give us your old model. I told you I'm not interested. But our new models have the cleanest, most sensitive skin in the market. I'm sure your partner will be absolutely delighted to stroke your new soft hands. Are you sure you are not interested? Walk off to ignore the android. Seems to finally understand and starts to look for his next prey. Thank goodness. Walk to Mara. Oh, Mara, we'll never get to the place I mentioned at this rate. You never mentioned any place. Look at those androids. Aren't they cute? I don't like them too much. Wouldn't you like to buy one? We bought you. They're third generation androids. They're very plain. Used to them, you can always tell the machines so as soon as they open their mouths. Are they different to me? Yeah, a lot. Okay, so where are we going? Record shop. Records? Do you mean music? Talking about DVDs. It's an old form of data storage. I have a small collection. I want to see if they've got something new. Let's go then. Store isn't too far away, so we reach in just a few minutes. There aren't any customers like always, although the place looks as good as ever. As soon as we walk through the door, Mama runs to the shelves getting lost in them. She is very curious. Guess I'll greet old Harold. Oh hey Lily, is Harold here? Okay, she's got a lot of wires or whatnot, kind of unnerving. Hi Celia, it's been a long while. No, he went to get a new shipment. Yes. Peers out thin and stands next to me. Is she with you? I'm Lily. Nice to meet you. She's with me. Her name's Mara. Are you a nurse android? It used to be old Harold, but old Harold, the other store's owner, brought her when the hospital was going to throw her away. She's a first generation android with a ton of hardware upgrades, a few cosmetic ones. Ah, I like your clothes. Thank you. I like them too. Harold says they give the store a new great mood. Mom grabs my arm and drags me over to one of the store areas. Since Pop, I already have everything here. Where do you keep them? I haven't seen them at home. My closet. Do you like them? I do. I've never heard anything like it, and the aesthetics is incredible. Really old music, all of them Mechanical Revolution. maybe even older than the first settlements. Fits you too. It's dark and a bit depressing, but passionate at the same time. Very funny. And where do you play them? I have a DVD player at home, but this isn't their original format. Don't actually know what that was. All we know is they were re-recorded onto the disc, and unlike the originals, we managed to preserve them. Which one will you buy? I know, I gotta take a look first. Before I can say anything, she grabs all the discs, puts it on the player on the shelf. Even if this was her first time, she learned to use it pretty quickly. It's machines and they're fast learning. What do you think about it? It's hard to listen to. No, you think it's good. I should get you something better. One day I'll give you a tour of the shop. Most of the music needs you to try your best while listening to it. You really like music, don't you? Who doesn't? I know, but you're the first person I know who listens to plenty of genres and takes music in a methodical way. That's more like the basic human behavior. It makes boring moments a bit more tolerable. Didn't you listen to music at your old home? Sometimes, but it's always classical. They would play it in hallways, and I couldn't hear very well. I get that's kind of sad, even for an Android. Here's my DVD player whenever you want. Thank you. Now you have to learn how to listen. What do you mean? Can't just listen a few seconds from a song and move on to the next one. Have to be more patient. If you really like a song, you can try to guess what the author was trying to convey when creating the piece. We'll never know because almost no information has been kept about many of these authors, so it's fun to do. I grabs another disc and listens to it without replaying. Say she doesn't care about my music. I should have guessed. Maybe she's unable to reply it once I get into deeper, more complicated topics. Did I just find her weak spot? Grab one of this I don't have in my collection and take it to the counter. Listen to it at home. Taking it slowly. Perfect. So, how's business? Is everything okay? Oh, customers are really loyal. Even if they disappear for a while, when they end up coming back, there are not too many, but they help us keep this place afloat. So it seems like we're here for a long time. Glad to hear that. What there? Now we were starting with this. What about Howard's health? Last time I came here, he was kind of sick. He is better, but has not made a full recovery. His body is very old, after all. What will happen when he passes away? Because it's going to happen one day. He said he would leave the business to me. I don't think that's legal. I don't think he cares. Well, thanks anyway, Lily. Take care and tell the old man I said hi. I will. Please come back again. Look, Mama, I've had a time finding her, but I managed to do it. I had to drag her away from the store. Completely smitten with the police. Probably tried over a dozen different albums while I was talking to Lily. Can't we stay here just a little longer? We can listen to most of this music at our house. I'll let you use the player. But it's not the same. We can come back one day, and you can spend the entire day here if you want. Promise? Promise. Alright, where are we going now? I want to take you somewhere. It's a surprise. Do you want to go? Oh, I like that. Of course I do. Go with me then. I wanted to take her to a mechanic in the industrial area. Don't feel I'm capable enough to open her up and check a manufacturer, but I'm sure they'll know something about this new model. I'm afraid she wouldn't come if I told her, so I decided to keep it a secret. Besides, even if it's not exactly a tourist attraction, the area's kind of nice. Sure she'll like it. It's far away, so we take a plane train there. When I was still washing the windows, completely spellbound. It doesn't matter a single word for the entire trip. It's here. There's nothing here, just these huge buildings. No building, look closely. You have to jump down that opening. I'll go first, okay? I said I wanted to look at the city. Are we sure we came here for that? Trust me, just watch your step. Mel doesn't look convinced, but I know she'll go anyway. Walk down to make sure the stairs are safe. Wait for Mara. She shows up quickly, walking downstairs while covering her eyes. Hold her once she reaches me. Good. See? No big deal. You can open your eyes now. It's beautiful. I know. So, what is this place? Fineries. But if you want to be more specific, we're in the old residential area. Pretty much abandoned, but they still have a few mechanics here willing to do unconventional works. What do they use it for? Oil refining. The workers used to live here, but they soon were replaced by androids, so this area is obsolete. The factories over there are Veltas. It's where they had their android assembly lines. Not exactly the best area, but it's not bad either. It's one of the safest too. The machinery's loud. You'll get used to it. I don't mind having illegal mechanics living here. Guess they come up with a deal or something. It's a good place. You didn't really talk to me about your job, you know. Work at the police station. It's nothing special. Maybe it's not special, but you work with androids. You probably don't see that too often. It's not exactly common, you're right, but I was really into androids a while back, so I looked for a job where I could see a lot of them. But that's the thing of the past. Lost interest over time. Yet you still brought me. I'm just saying, I don't find them as interesting as I did before. And I repeat myself, yet you are here with me. Alright, maybe I should return you. Oh. I never met androids so like you. So I need to figure out how you work, and that's why we're here. What? One of those mechanics will check you up, or to take a look at what you have inside. I'm just waiting for them to open up. Can't live without knowing how it works, can you? Other androids might not seem interesting enough for you, but I am, even if you don't accept it. Going way too far just to prove I don't have a real personality. Just want to know your manufacturer. Don't go putting words in my mouth. Don't want you to open me up, especially without asking me first. I got the last word here. Been saying that ever since we met, and I still don't know why you want to see. Just tell me. If you do have actual feelings, that means you also have a conscience. Therefore you possess singularity to some degree. Singularity is legal. I'm going to live with an illegal android. I should at least know about it, don't you think? And you're willing to let a cheap mechanic open me up? There's good mechanics here. You'll be fine. Meh, alright. At least it means you'll stop asking. Won't take too long. I know it might seem dangerous, but it really isn't. I've been here before. Mechanics are calm, nice people. Now, they rarely get into trouble. Legal androids, on the other hand, are actually dangerous. Do I look dangerous to you? You barely reach your shoulders. You know, I've seen smaller ones cause a lot of trouble. Androids without any kind of safety restriction can be really unpredictable. Yeah, we noticed that when we had that child android a few days ago. So that's why you're afraid of me. Me doing something you wouldn't expect? I'm not afraid of you. Don't be silly. Of course, that's why you brought me here. I don't know. Your programming is weird. I'll take that as a compliment. Hey, what's repo deposit? It's written everywhere. It's the old owner of the refineries. Everything in the district's owned by some big company. Even I work for one. Hopple & Sec, a security firm. Now we'll learn who made me. Do you have a prime suspect? Probably a corpo model. They make pretty much every android in the district. Plus they have the lead when it comes to new technologies. Everything will be fine as long as it's not Velta. They're never up to anything good. I have a feeling it might end up being Velta because might be the reason why Yoko wouldn't tell us much about Mara here. Are they dangerous? They are. I hope they didn't make me. They are, but only if you go against them. Actually, I heard they were up to something. We were going to go to the headquarters in order to investigate something, but then the mission was cancelled in mere seconds. So they're more like a mafia? Kind of. Still, it's not like I care about what they do. I'd rather not interfere. When the garage door opens, it's the one I was looking for. Made my way there with Mara following me. Hope they work well. Hey ladies, what can I do for you? Brought my android. She's a new model, kinda weird one. Wanted to know if you could take a look at her. Also don't like how purple and almost bluish skin is. It's kinda weird. I'm sure it's just lighting. New android? Ah, 5th generation. I was almost done with them. It's not the first one I've seen. Take a look at the few test models. I glances at me and steps back. She seems scared. Put my hands on her back and push her towards the mechanic. Calm down, girl, it won't hurt. Need you to take off your clothes. Is it really necessary? New androids have very delicate skin sheets. They aren't as easy to open up like old models. Relax, trust me. Her takes off her clothes very slowly and then sits on the middle examination table. It's cold. Temperature sensors. Must be a 5th generation, no doubt. That gives me one last look before the mechanic connects to her and turns her off. Operation systems don't have any kind of brand or trademark. How strange. Can you open her up? Of course, but we gotta let her open by herself, or we risk damaging her skin seams. Isn't my first time doing it, don't worry. Mechanic carefully opens Mara's head and the pieces move away immediately. How interesting. What is it? I take a look at Mara's head. I see the worst possible thing I could find. Very few people know that symbol. It's Velta's Lab unofficial seal. Of course the fuck it is. I never risked leaving an actual mark on something that they wanted to keep a secret, so Mara's probably an illegal android. Don't know that company, do you? No idea. Can I stop now? I think that's enough for me. Kay ignores me and motions to remove one of Mara's skull pieces. Just want to take a look. Told you to stop. Uh-oh. Ah, shit, he's gone fucking rogue, of course. Why does it have to go bad for us? As soon as his hands get close, Mara turns on again, and the previous lifeless pieces that covered her brain began to beat. Dark liquid starts flowing through the clear tubes connected to her brain. It's blood. The hell? This thing's alive. Not damned android. Oh, okay, I thought Mr. kicked up because he was about to do something, not, Mara here. Mara's brain suddenly closes, and the pieces automatically move back into place. Mechanic recklessly pulls out the cable connecting them to Mara and cries out in pain. Blood flowing through her ear. I don't know how to react until I see him grabbing a wrench from the back. Help me. Tries to hit Mara with the wrench, but I manage to stop him by gripping his arm. The fuck do you think you're doing? Let me go. She's a monster. We have to destroy her. What are you talking about? She's just a bioroid. So you knew it. Even if it's organic, there's still an artificial brain. No, I've seen bioroids before, and not a single one could pump red blood, or beat like an actual human. Can't be related to this thing in any way. Breaks my hole and once again gets ready to swing his wrench. Push my away with my right hand and use the mechanic's strength against him, leaving him on the floor. You really gotta defend this thing? Put her above an actual human. Oof, one swift kick to the fucking head. Kick him in the face, making him writhe in pain. Press my knees against his back and punch his nape with my metal arm. Oh, she actually does have a metal arm. Huh, interesting. I didn't even realize that she had that. I don't stop him hitting until I hit the floor tiles with my knuckles. I look around and see Mara sitting with her hands over her head. Seeing it makes me come back to my senses. Are you okay? Crawls away from me. I'm sorry, did he hurt you? I didn't want to. He is hurt. The hearing sensor seemed to be completely destroyed. Celia, your eyes. I feel sudden throbbing pain in my head. Everything turns dark. I wake up slowly. I'm outside the garage. What happened? Right sitting next to me. Her ears and hands are still covered in blood. Celia, are you okay? You had a seizure. Oh shit. Guess my seizures have started to come back again. No, not this shit again. Fine. Head hurts just a little bit. How are you? It still hurts. We have to get away from here. Need to protect her. You're really delicate. Let's get the fuck out of here. Reach out my hand. What's wrong, Mara? Come on, it's all over. You don't have to worry. Mara takes my hand and I help her get up. Look at her, looking for any other damages. Don't touch me, it hurts. I had to fix your ear. You can't leave that just hanging there. Now that I think about it, does it really hurt? Why would they make an android who can feel actual pain? What a stupid idea. Or design. It's not stupid. Brain knows when you have a damaged piece, just like any other android. Shut up. Stop. Can't you stop criticizing me for just one moment, even now? Come on, let me cut that thing. Use my mechanical hand to hold the cable between my fingers and stretch it until it breaks. It was easy. Seems the pain has gone away. But I still feel bad for her. It doesn't hurt anymore. Thank you. Now I can't hear anything with this ear. This is all your fault. Sorry, I'll get it fixed. Don't worry about that. You can simply trust me. No matter who my maker is, you killed that man. Mechanics always keep a memory backup in a database. You can get a new body. Had to destroy his head, or you would have turned us in. Turned us in? So I am illegal? Yes, very much so. Are you going to turn me into the police? I am the police. You don't have to worry about that. Let's go home. Mara and I walk to the emergency exits. A tunnel followed by a set of stairs leading to the top. Take a floating train home. Suppose I should never go back to that place again. The ice went white while you were fighting, then you passed out. Been a while since that. This is the last time that happened. Some kind of trance. Don't remember when they started, but I thought they'd be gone forever. Maybe it's an old co-worker having a grudge against us and finally saying, yeah, fuck her, we gotta give it back to her. But you stopped him from killing me. Yeah, but still, I'm sorry for bringing you in the first place. Don't make you go through something like that again. But I need to know if you have any singularities. Why is that so important? 4 years ago, Order developed a new android generation. 4th generation. It uses a self-improvement technique and automatic learning, which supposedly made each and every one of them unique. But the same day they went on sale, those androids started to take over the entire district. Police managed to keep them out of the network and turn them off, but a lot of people die in the process. Ever since then, any kind of development in the singularity area is legal. And then you're here 4 years later, with a Velta Lab symbol on your brain. Personality is so human-like that it's impossible to tell you aren't actually one. You need to know what you really are. What's so important? Why hasn't Velta tried to get me back? That's a good question. I'd like to know how Yoko got you in the first place. Gonna have a really long talk with her next time I see her. Still, I still feel safe around you. It was actually a good day. Had a really good time before we got to that factory. And day still isn't over. We can do something else once we get home. I don't know. You owe me. Why? I hurt my ear because of you. Okay, what do you want to do? I'll think about it when we arrive home. So, you know how to fight? Doesn't seem upset over what just happened. Of course I know, I'm a cop. Was it hard to learn? Kind of. It's hard to fight against metal rivals. I'm lucky to have my pathetic arm. Everything's happened so fast. It's amazing how you managed to react to everything. To be honest, I don't remember it too well. All I know is that I wrecked his memory chip. I don't like fighting, but the way he did it almost looked like a dance. I need to use martial arts when I'm against someone physically stronger than me, but seeing how delicate you are, I think pacifism is probably the best way to go for someone like you. Think about it where I can get a new eardrum. I guess I'll have to ask Yoko. Internal design is way too strong to try and fix myself. Can't risk taking her to another mechanic. Something against the set, but I don't have to wake up early tomorrow, so I don't mind. Actually, I even feel like hanging out with Mara now that I feel calm again. This month of just leaving my home to go to work, then coming back home just to repeat the cycle. Time to give up on understanding her program. It's completely new, absolutely nothing like what I learnt. Guess I had to coerce Yoko into telling me. Finally back home, choose to sit down just by the window and watch the rain. Mara sits right next to me, of course. Oh, it's cute. Such a wholesome way to end the day. Do you wear black for any particular reason? Why are your clothes black? I just like black. Where did this come from? Not just the black clothes. I wouldn't say you're completely gothic, but you're definitely kind of gloomy. But you're a good person deep down, I think. I don't know what you're talking about. I just happen to like that coat a lot. My old friend gave it to me. Don't you like it? Not exactly, but it fits you. Actually, everything fits you. You wear black coats, police, kind of seem bleak. Listen to electronic music, you almost look like you came out of a novel. And I'd like to know which novel you came from. The mechanic called me a monster. Do you think he was a believer? I don't know. You don't have many believers in this district, but you never know. You shouldn't think about it too much. The important thing is that we managed to leave that place safe and sound. Kind of. What about you? Do you believe in God? Never really thought about that, but I also thought you didn't really have to believe in a God to be a believer. That's right, although there's always a concept that takes its place. For example, humanist God is the human body. Of course, that's in a very romantic way. I don't think that I could have humanism as my religion. Kind of a walking anti-humanist symbol. You've been surrounded by that your entire life. I think I'm starting to understand why you're so interested in learning about me. Never really given that a thought, but maybe it was one of the reasons. Till now, every android generation would just agree with humanists. Actually, androids are just a copy of human, mere expansion of the human race. If you learn something about me, I want you to tell me. Alright. So, if I don't have any beliefs in the district, who's a mister with a cone over his head who had posters everywhere? This cone mister is our Prime Minister, working under the Emperor. He's very close to the royal family, but deep down he's yet another ultra-humanist politician. Thankfully, the previous government got everything done regarding android protection laws. You're safe, don't worry. So, what are my rights? You don't have any. Only people have to respect my rights as your owner. Guess that will have to suffice for now. You've no other choice, sadly. But it's still on me, so I just flop onto it. Mel checks the fridge, thinks she's going to cook something. I hear noises outside and police sirens, so I look out the window to see what's going on. What happened? The rental loud van crashed. An accident. No, you really hear about accidents when it comes to Filter. Don't really care about it, to be honest. Something is definitely going on, but I guess we'll hear about it tomorrow at work. Well, not tomorrow, but once the weekend is over. Barely anything in the fridge. Gonna cook an egg. That's the only thing that hasn't expired in it yet. Do you want one? Sure. I said look at her while she cooks. I'd help her, but I think I'd only get in her way. Kinda weird. Mara reminds me more of a roommate instead of an android, like Elaine was. I get goosebumps every time I remember that she's just a machine. It bothers me. Having to deal with many androids at work has affected me deeply. Now I find it hard to enjoy their company. I have to admit, whoever programmed Mara is a genius, no matter the situation. She always reacts in a real way. She's probably even too human for this district, in which everyone acts according to a set of rules and policies, myself included. She's done. Mara's boiled 2 eggs in on a pair of spoons. Careful as to not lose balance. Why did you bring them like that? They're gonna fall. If I take them with my hands, I'm gonna burn myself. That's why you had to dunk them in cold water before peeling them. Or you could have used a bowl. You only have 2, and they're dirty. Cup? Dirty, all of them. Before she can give me the egg, she takes a bite out of it. Not too hot. Hey, give me the other one then. That's mine, but you can take a bite if you want. Puts it in my face. Take a bite and it scorches my mouth. Ah, it's burning. That's why I bit yours. Blaze on the egg until it gets cold. Finish her meal in complete silence. I feel uncomfortable. She stares at me the whole time. Was it good? I mean, it's just an egg. Again? It's delicious, thank you. Why don't you help me clean up the dishes? That way I won't struggle with the spoons. I nod. It only takes a few minutes when we do it together. The sink's very small, so I can't have too many dirty dishes, even if I try. Oh, this is so awesome and cute. After changing my clothes, I give Mara a brand new toothbrush. It makes me think. Mara, have you showered since you came here? Do you need to take baths too? Of course I do. What sponge do you use? Yours. Ah. Sneaks under my arm once I get closer. Do you really have to be there? Can you wait? No. Well, these two are cute together. After that awkward moment, we head to the feudal in silence.